in today's video, we're going to be speaking about how you can attract buyers into your audience rather than just followers. Now, I am filming in my car, and as you can see, probably the camera is bouncing around everywhere. I'm testing something out. I've got all the gear, no idea. So bear with me, and if the camera falls, then you'll see, and I'll have to restart the video from wherever it falls and it stops. But anyway, let's talk about attracting buyers and not followers. Now, the key thing with this is that most people think that attracting buyers is all about, adding more value to the point where then people feel like they owe you something because of the amount of value that you have given them, right? They feel as though they need to reciprocate the value you have given to them, and therefore they will buy something from you. And that's just not how people buy, right? People don't buy in that way. And so we really need to switch your mindset from how do I give more value to how to give a different type of value, right? How do I create a shift in thinking as opposed to essentially giving people the answer? And that's one of the key things when it comes to, attracting buyers and not followers. Number one is you have to learn how to create a shift in thinking and feeling rather than just giving people value as a how-to tactical, here's the answer value. That leads me on to probably the second point, and probably the one I want to focus on more in this video, which is that you need to stop giving away free stuff. Now, it used to be, and still is, that giving away free stuff is a way to attract leads, right? Leads for your business. It's you create a freebie, you create a lead magnet, you send that out to people, whether that's through ManyChat or you do it manually, it doesn't really matter, but you have a lead magnet. And of course, from that, people opt in, put their email in, you send them a bunch of emails, you upsell them to a low ticket offer, you upsell them to work with you in your main program. At least that's the idea. Now, again, the problem here is that we're at a stage with the entire coaching industry where people on Instagram, especially, the people who are looking for the free stuff, they are simply just freebie seekers, right? These are people who they don't even want to buy it. They're not buyers. They haven't bought anything. They're not going to buy anything. They are simply opting into every automation, every lead magnet, any freebie they can get their hands on, they are opted into. And so what happens is you fall into the trap of doing a post, having a lead magnet, running a ManyChat automation, seeing it go viral or do better than average, seeing all of these leads coming through. And in fact, these are people that doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter what your funnel is and how good your content is, how good the offer is, these are the type of people that will never buy anyway, right? And so there's a story I want to quickly tell you. So when I was younger, and still today it's there, but there's a pretzel stand at like a very big shopping centre near where I live. And every time that I would go to the shopping centre when I was much younger, and this is probably 15 years ago, I'd walk past this pretzel stand. And the pretzel stand is tiny, right? The pretzel stand there's space for two people to make pretzels, and that's it. And so what they would do is they would have one or two people in the stand making pretzels and taking orders. Then there'll be one or two people either side of the stand giving away free samples. And so what me and my friends would do is we would go to the stand, go to one side of the stand, grab a sample, walk around to the other side and grab another sample, walk off. And every single time we would go to the shopping centre, this is what we do. If we wanted a snack and we had no money and whatever, we'd go and find a pretzel stand and we'd take a sample, and we would do it multiple times, right? Literally multiple times on the same day even. And in the 15 odd years that pretzel stand has been there, and it is still there, right? So there's something working. But in the 15 odd years that pretzel stand has been there, I have never once purchased an actual pretzel, and I have never once encouraged anyone to purchase a pretzel. And I think it just goes to show that when you have this small stand where there are thousands of people walking past every single day, there are thousands of people who use that shopping centre. I am one of the people, of probably the 90% of people, who has not purchased once. And that's over the course of not a few interactions, not just a few years, but over the course of 15 years, I've not purchased anything from that pretzel stand. Now, if people argue, well, it's good for branding and the pretzel stand is still there. Yes, it is still there. But the point is, it has had to, rely on getting business with massive volume. You know, we're talking millions of people over the years who have walked past that pretzel stand, and that is what it has required to stay in business. And I'd argue, well, if the pretzel stand was doing so well, it would have upgraded from just a pretzel stand to being a fully fledged, you know, restaurant or shop or something. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is you giving away free stuff on Instagram is the equivalent of the pretzel stand. It's the equivalent of you holding out your hand, giving away value to people like me who are never going to buy no matter what you do. And so, what is the solution to this? Well, the solution is not necessarily not giving away free stuff, but it's perhaps changing what you give away for free and also changing where you give it away. So I'll just quickly explain this. Number one, changing what you give away. So most lead magnets tend to be very generic. They tend to be like, you know, ChatGPT prompts and stuff like that. And that's all well and good. But again, any random Joe, any random person will find value in them, right, when we'll opt in for them. And as soon as these people opt into your email list, these are people that as soon as they opt in is as soon as they leave. And that's not good for the health of your email list. It's not good for the health of your audience if they're following you. And all it negatively does is drop your engagement, drop your open rates, ruins your algorithm right on Instagram. It then shows your content to the wrong people because you've got the wrong people opting in the first place. And it's kind of this endless cycle. So the switch is, number one, is you change what you give away and position and messaging around it. So for example, instead of ChatGPT prompts, it's not that specifically is a problem. You have to get highly, highly specific with who it is for. So if you're targeting coaches, right, then it won't just be, hey, if you're a coach, here's some content ChatGPT prompts. You know, it'll be, hey, if you are a coach, you have been in business for 5 years, you know, have between 50 to 100 clients, you make, I don't know, 10 to 20K per month, you know, and you're currently wanting to improve, you know, the retention of your business. You know, so straight away, that's going to attract a very different type of person. It won't necessarily be all the right people, but it goes a very long way to being mostly the right people. And so that's step one, is you change the messaging and positioning of the thing you're actually giving away for free. The second thing is you change where you give it away, right? And so instead of giving away something for free where people have to opt in for it in your content all the time, you try to hide things but kind of in the next step of the funnel, right? So I'll give an example. I have a VSL, and that is the only way as of right now that people can get onto my email list. But 90% of the time, the only place you can find my VSL is below this YouTube video, right? Or below my YouTube videos. So it requires you to be following me. It requires you to be engaging with my content enough to go and check out my YouTube channel. It requires you to be aware that there is a link below the video for you to even get a chance to see my VSL, again, 90% of the time, because I still promote it outside of that. And so it means that, again, the majority of people that land onto my email lists, they are people who are already warm, they've already seen my YouTube videos, they've already seen my content, you know, they're already aware of what I do, they're probably very much interested in what I do. And so, you know, my email list is much stronger and it performs much better as a result of that. I get much more return on investment from the time and energy I put into it. And it's not because of the lead magnet, because of the VSL, it's just because of where the VSL, where the lead magnet is in relation to the rest of the funnel, okay? And so most people use lead magnets as a way to get followers, but it's literally the worst thing to do because you're just getting followers who want free stuff, right? So you need to avoid that. So my workaround is I still give away free stuff, you know, with automations, and I still use it as a way to boost content and try to get in front of more people. However, when I'm doing it, I am doing it and pushing people towards, sorry, someone pulled out. I'm pushing people towards my YouTube channel, or I'm pushing people towards something else that does not require an opt-in, right? And so that way, I'm not forcing people to follow me. I'm not forcing people to give me their email list. You know, I'm not forcing people who are freebie seekers to follow and opt in and mess up what I've built. Okay, there's essentially an extra barrier and an extra layer of friction that is there. But in general, you just want to minimize the amount of free stuff you're giving away. That's kind of the general rule of thumb of this video, is if you want to attract more buyers than you do followers, you have to give less value in the sense of tactical, here's how to do X, Y, and Z. And you have to do less giving away free stuff all the time. And actually the final part to this is you have to sell more shit, right? And I don't mean just always, selling more stuff. You just have to actively sell and promote your stuff more often. If you have one offer, multiple offers, that's not really the point here. The point is you should be making an offer to work with you, an offer to buy from you practically every single day, right? And so when people come into your world, right, when it comes to Instagram, and they come into your funnel, they need to be conditioned, right? It's about conditioning your audience. As much as it's about attracting the right person, it's also about conditioning your audience to understand that you are not just one of the sheep. You're not just one of the thousands of other people who just give away free stuff, and that's it. You want to condition people to understand that, oh, okay, on Harry's page, he's going to make me offers every day. On Harry's page, he's not here just to simply give me free shit and let me go about my day, right? And that's fine. That's going to push some people away. That's the whole point of it. But what it does is it keeps the serious people in the audience. It keeps the people who want to invest, the people who already do invest, the people who understand that, the best coach for them or the best person out there is not just giving away their stuff, free stuff willy-nilly to everyone, right? The serious buyers, your soulmate buyers, they appreciate when you put a price tag. They appreciate the fact that you don't give everything away for free to any stranger on the internet, and they appreciate the fact that you are specific in the language and messaging of who it is you're trying to attract and who it is you're trying to sell to. And so that's pretty much it. It's more about principles than it is about particular strategy. But we're going to reduce the free value or change the type of value. We're going to stop giving away so much free stuff. We're going to sell more often in our content. And also, if you've got something that you think is valuable and you perhaps think it could be a good lead magnet, then I'm going to challenge you, why not put a price tag to it? Even if it's $5, even if it's $10, it doesn't really matter what the price tag is. Just put a price tag to it and you will find, yes, of course, you get much less response. Yes, less people buy it, but the people who do buy it are buyers, right? And they are the people you want to be attracting, more so to your page, and obviously attracting them to work with them. So that's it. I am at my location where I need to be now, so I have to go. I'm at the spa, basically. Gonna go to the gym, jump into the spa after, relax, get some food and do some work actually while I'm here. So, thanks for your time, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.